Hello, fellow resellers. Welcome to Reselling the Real Life, episode number 20. Sorry I couldn't think of anything to really talk about today, so I figured the ramblings of a reseller will work because pretty much we're all weird and we talk about anything that we can. And yes, my ulcer is still bothering me, so I'm going to be drinking again. And I normally don't drink, but lately I've been wanting to drink lately. For those of you who know me, I drink about once or twice a I really don't drink. So, how's everybody doing? I hope your sales are doing good. I actually had some uh, multiple bunny things that were more geared towards Easter that I picked up at Salvation Army not too long ago. And I sold 7 over 3 weeks. And then I sold the last 6 on Sunday. It's like, wow, they just did not stick around for long. It's like I knew they were going to sell, and I knew they were going to sell quick, but that just sold out so fast, especially when it got to Sunday. Like, I know Easter is literally right around the corner, so if you have any more Easter items, I hope you get them listed now. Hello, HB Picker. How's it going? Oh, all right, so I'm actually kind of curious. I haven't looked at Amazon in about 4 hours to see if there was any real sales, because so far I hadn't had any sales. Oh, looks like I've had some sales today. Let's see here. Anything good? Let's see here. I had Star Wars The Force Awakens, the hard book cover. The Clapper, for those of you who remember the Clapper. I was lucky I came across that thing in brand new condition, and it sold on Amazon for $25. Shoreline Marine All Around Light? What? It's sad when you have items selling and you don't even know what they are. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. I've actually, long time ago, I had my eBay account hacked, and they listed something and then marked it as payment received and shipped, and they took everything in my PayPal account. It's like I was wiped clean. Oh, that's what that was. Something I picked up at Walmart for $5, and there wasn't a whole lot of profit, but it sold quick. Actually, if anybody's really curious. That's what it was that sold. I think I've got a few more at Amazon. I think I've got 2 more. Picked them up in the clearance section. And, there we go. I was trying to find items for Amazon in the clearance section. Wasn't finding much, but I did find those. The rank was low, and I figured with the time of the year, people would be boating, so it would be a good flip. So, how's everybody else doing now that we've got some more watchers coming along? Chicago Crown Hustler, how's it going? You didn't do anything today. Ew, that's always bad. And Amazon merch and eBay have been insane in sales. Back to the grind tomorrow. Yeah, I've had my niece today, and we've been hanging out, and then I was like, I gotta get some stuff listed. So I did get a few items listed on eBay. I haven't really worked on Amazon today or yesterday, but I did get a bunch of stuff listed today, so I was happy. I got one of the VHS rewinders listed. I've already got a couple watchers on them. Only reason I listed one and not the other because it was basically almost exactly like the other one that I had that sold recently. All I had to do was basically hit sell similar, change the model number and pictures. That was it. It's like, okay. Gotta do what you gotta do. And I was trying to help out. I don't know if anybody else does this, but when I'm doing research and I come across somebody who's got something listed and I see errors, I'm going to message them and say, hey, there's a problem with your listing, or you've got the title wrong, or add this. Once in a while, I'll actually stop and message them. This guy didn't have much wrong, but he'd been relisting and relisting and relisting this one item as an auction for the last couple months. And it's like, hey, you might want to try this. And he had his shipping wrong. I mean, like crazy. It would have cost like $18 to ship anywhere in the US. He had it was set to where shipping to me from like 4 states over, it was going to cost $30 to ship to me. And it's like, you might want to change the price on that or something, because it's not going to cost that much. And we went back and forth. I was just trying to be nice, friendly, helping him out. And I think that brought Cassini to say, hey, this item's getting attention from somebody. Let's bring it out for other people to see. And then it finally sells for him with like 7 bids and goes for like $30. It was a Panasonic Omnivision combo player. And it was the one that doesn't sell great on Amazon, but it was the fact that he had it listed as a $15 auction went to start off with. And it's like, no, your best bet, change your calculated shipping and then set it to buy it now and list it for $8. Because I was messaging him so much, it brought it out, and it finally, luckily for him, it sold. If the shipping was actually set to actual reasonable price, I would have bid on it. I wouldn't have even said anything to him. I would just bid on it to get it and then flip it back on eBay. Yeah, I was looking up, I think it was another Panasonic Omnivision VCR. I think that's how it came out into what I was looking up. That, and Google knows I love Panasonic Omnivision VCR so much, so it will show me all those things on eBay. Don't know, don't care. All I know is I get them once in a while. Sometimes I actually do buy them on eBay and then send them into Amazon. I figure as long as I'm here, I might as well work on taking off stickers. Here we are. All right, so don't be shy. Feel free to say something in the comments. Like I said, I've got no ideas for a show, so I'm just going to ramble. And with me drinking, I'm really going to ramble. So, as usual, soak some stickers off with lighter fluid. I know it weirds some people out that I use lighter fluid, but it evaporates quickly. There is no problem with it. I knew I forgot to do something today. I had somebody bought an Onkyo CD player off of Amazon and then turned around and returned it, saying it didn't work. And after it was finally checked in, I was able to have it pulled back. Well, it came back today. And I was so unhappy, being nice with words, when it came back. That box was soaked. Oh my God, I was so mad. I just said, put it down. I don't even want to look at it right now. I don't even know what to say. I don't know if I'm just so mad I didn't even want to call Amazon right away. It was so bad. It's like, I can tell just by looking at the box that nobody cared or even tried to do anything. It was my box, but this thing was drenched. Like, I don't even know how to go about saying, hey, Amazon, you done screwed up bad. Nail polish remover from dollar store. Yeah, but lighter fluid soaks through really quick. It's super cheap. It comes off real easy. I've only had to use nail polish remover for a couple of things, and that usually comes out pretty quick. And I'm just taking stickers off. It's nothing real major. Slight tear in the shrink wrap. I think I can still work it. Still call it as new. Here's hoping. Uh, so, how else is everybody's week going? Mine's actually doing pretty well. I don't know if anybody remembers those digital memo pads that I picked up from Goodwill for $30 a piece. I don't know what's going on, but the rank on Amazon says it's flying out the door. I've sold one on Amazon. I don't normally like listing items on eBay and then having Amazon ship it to the customer. So I've been having one come back to me at a time, listed on eBay, and then when it sells, I'll ship it myself. I don't like anybody else doing my shipping for me. It's like I've tried my hand at drop shipping, and it was, long story short, not a good experience. So I will always do it myself. And I think I need more lighter fluid on that. But I have been selling those things on eBay for $100 free shipping. And I had my most expensive shipping cost on that item at $10. Cost me $10 to ship. That's $40. That's $60 profit before eBay and PayPal fees. So I'm still doing good. I've actually sold one on Amazon for $150. I've now sold 3 on eBay. It's for yeah, I'm already in the green on them, but it's just waiting on them to move. It's like I'm actually waiting on another one to come back from Amazon so that I can hit relist on eBay again. I will not hit sell and list an item on eBay until I have it in my hands. I do know some people who have done something similar, who was trying to, had something coming to him from somewhere. I don't remember. I don't know the whole story of how he was getting it, but he was getting something brand new, listed it on eBay. His pictures were god awful, and it sold, and he still didn't have it in his hands yet. So he had to give a refund. He waited 3 days before he said before he came to me and he's like, I got to give him a refund. How do I do this? And I walked him through the process, and I told him, don't ever list anything on eBay unless you have it in your physical hands. It's like, you can try drop shipping. It's like, I know it works for some people, but me personally, I've had bad experiences. It's like, I will never do that. All right, next one, sticker up there. So I'm at least going to talk about this one. I'll tell you now, I'm going to make a separate video for this topic, but I know not everybody's going to want to stop and watch a whole hour video for a title like this, because normally I don't. But here's what's going on. I received a phone call from a friend of mine who would always come to me and have me sell stuff for him on eBay. And he was having me sell HeroClix. And this time I told him, no more HeroClix. I'm done with the HeroClix. It took a long time to get all those HeroClix set up with all of their cards. And it was halfway decent money if you sell them as a lot. If you wanted to take the time and list them each and every single one individually, that's a long time. But it could be profitable in the long run. But that's another story. So he was trying to sell stuff on eBay by himself, and he was doing somewhat okay. He listed some Beats by Dre on eBay, used, and I don't know exactly what kind, but they got somebody message them saying, hey, they want to buy it. Just add a buy it now, and they'll straight up pay for it. They did. They couldn't. The person said, hey, I can't seem to hit the buy it now. or can you make a new listing as a buy it now? They did. They ended the auction, added it as a buy it now. This person had 0 feedback. They asked me if I would do this, and I said no, it's most likely a scam. And they're like, oh, we already did. So what they did was the person sent the money through their PayPal account, and they shipped it through their, they physically mailed it, went into the post office because they don't know how to print a shipping label. I was like, I'm going to have to show you this one. They live about an hour away, so it's not easy to get together. Went over everything. They got scammed. Like, I don't know how scammers are able to do this, but there is a way that they can make it look like they sent you money to PayPal that they actually didn't, and it's pulled back out. I wish I knew how, but I wasn't able to help them. Still waiting to figure out all the details on that, but they straight up just got scammed because they were saying, hey, we sent this item off and we still haven't, the money is there, but it's in pending or whatever, and we need that money like now. Told me everything, and it's like, you got scammed. I'm sorry. I hate to be the one to tell you, but you just got scammed. You can say goodbye to the item, say goodbye to the money. Your best bet, if this ever happens to anybody, your best bet is to call PayPal, talk to somebody in the fraud department. I'm not kidding. Ask for somebody in the fraud department. That is where you need to go. You're going to have people all over saying, hey, we can help you, blah, blah, blah. No. Trust me. I've been down that road. You will get transferred back and forth between PayPal and eBay for hours. I had it happen. You need to talk to somebody in the fraud department. You're most likely, if that happens to you, you're most likely not going to get your money back. But there's a chance, that much of a chance, that you might be able to get your money back. And if not, you can at least get PayPal to see that somebody from this particular IP address screwed you over. They're probably going to screw somebody else over. They will shut that IP address from PayPal out. Now, last time I talked to them, they're like, oh, well, we'll just call the police and report it and blah, blah, blah. All right, well, guess what? Welcome to the digital age. The police aren't going to do anything. I'm sorry. They can't help you unless it is something physical that somebody did to you. The police department cannot help you with something like that. Good luck. They're not going to be able to help you. Stop thinking old school. This is a new world. I know it sucks, and people my age where we grew up, where VCRs were brand new and the new thing, and everybody had to have a VCR. You can now buy one at Goodwill for $4. I was lucky once. I got one for $1. Yeah, I didn't tell Goodwill. That particular VCR I sold for $180. Love that one. But yeah. So I'm still trying to help him out, work with him, see if there's a way of getting him to get off of his butt and actually call PayPal. Because calling PayPal and talking to the fraud department is a lot easier than trying to go to the police department and file a report. Less of a headache, too. But there will be a video about this topic, and I hope to have all the details of what's going on with him, or has gone with him, by the time I actually make that video. And yeah. Nobody's very active in the chat. Come on, guys. I can't respond to you if you're not talking. If it helps, I actually took one of the CDs that I had in my collection of CDs that I needed to buff, which what I actually bought my disc buffer for. Chocobo Racing for the PlayStation 1. Sold the second it hit the warehouse for $35. Disc only. Gotta love it. I couldn't believe that as a disc only it sold for $35. Like, I'm one of those, I'm a purist. I like to have the case. Even if it's a rare game, I still have to have the case. It's like, I will pay extra for the case. Charles, and ask you if you can come over. Over tomorrow. It's like, after you get off work, can you come over tomorrow? I got this one. Because I think Meredith has to be at work at 5 o'clock tomorrow. And then after that, like, I'm usually home by the time that you'd be getting off work. Sure. Awesome. Cool. I need to pick your brain. Go. Come on. There we go. It's one of those stickers. Got more. I think everybody should have an IT guy who is also a reseller, because it will help them in more ways than they would realize. And I think Charles has learned way more off of me than most people, because he's closer. Before you ask, Charles, yes, I did list that Metallica t-shirt for $50 on my t-shirt account on eBay. It was a weird Metallica shirt. I'd actually never seen that particular design. It was some thing that was going like this, and it had Metallica in the background as the guy's shadow. It was weird. I've never seen that one before. Let's clean that up a little bit better. And if anybody watched my video from a couple days ago of shopping the half-price sale, thank you for dealing with the children's high-pitched talking, because they don't like to talk much in the videos, and they actually, my son in particular, actually stopped to talk. And it's like, he never wants to talk in a video or talk that much in a video. It was weird. I was all about letting him, but I knew that was going to annoy several people. I probably lost a few people from that. I've had people comment on some videos that they can't handle, or they love my videos, but they hate the fact that I take my children with me to Goodwill and go thrifting. It's like, okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm not going to apologize for taking my kids with me. Anybody can do it. You can't tell me that you can't go out trained my kids things to look for. My daughter has found VCRs, Legos, $2 or $3, and I parted it out and sold it for like $130 overall. That was great. She knows the Starbucks mugs. It's like, teach your kids what you're looking for, and they will help you. They love doing it. HB Picker, it's your business. I wouldn't worry about it. I don't, but it's the fact of there's just so many people who say they can't do it because they have kids, and I make it a point that my kids are in most of my videos because they're already there. So I don't mind showing the fact that as a parent, I'm going out with my children because I can, and they find good stuff too. I mean, my daughter, love her to death. She has found, let's see, I think it wasn't in a video. It was one of the Salvation Army trips, and she found like 8 Harley Davidson t-shirts. And I was like, oh my God, grab it. Grab them all the Harley Davidson t-shirts, grab them all. So I was really happy. I actually found a Harley Davidson hoodie that was really off the wall the other day. I actually put it in a video last time. I actually just got it cleaned too. I have a very massive selection of t-shirts right now. I need to get those listed. I'm waiting till I have them all clean before I can go through and just start taking pictures like crazy. Oh my God, it's going to be crazy. Picture taking day, when it's nothing but pictures, can be a headache. But it will be worth it, because especially if it's all pictures one day, the next day all you're doing is listing. Then it gets great. There was one account that I don't share. I had one day was nothing but pictures. The next day it was I'm going to list. And I had 78 items listed out of all those. Because there was 2 pictures per item, and it was straight out list. It was actually pretty easy because it's list the item, copy paste the title down into the description, and then change like a couple words and a number. A couple words and a number. Put the title down into the description, list. Don't forget the pictures. It can be easy and hard at the same time. Easy because that's all you're doing. Hard because that's all you're doing, and you can't leave because that's what you're doing, and the price is almost exactly the same for every single item. Oh, I loved it and hated it at the exact same time. Everything shipped first class. Oh, it was terrible. It was wonderful and terrible at the same time. Put everything into one giant box. All right. I think after all was said and done, because I didn't have everything listed at, it wasn't just 78 items. I think I had like 250 items. And it was, everything was in the one box, and then it's, okay, one sold. I have to find that particular one. It's like, card, this, and, oh, it was terrible. But it was good money. I need more items like that. All right. Been half an hour. All right. I'm still trying to think of more items to talk about. Getting buzzed. I don't drink very often. Anybody have any suggestions, any questions? Don't hesitate to ask. That's why I'm here. It's actually kind of weird making this video right now because for some reason, I normally do everything in Firefox, and for some reason, I can't make this video through Firefox because I have to make it through Google Chrome, and I really don't like Google Chrome personally. I know shortly after it came out, it was nothing but trying to pop up all sorts of ads and sell me my own stuff. It's like I got tired of it. Like, luckily it hasn't tried to flag at me anything right now. Let's see here. Anything going good on Amazon right now? I got so much going on, it's thinking hard. No, nothing more on Amazon. eBay accounts. Anything new? Nothing on the one account. Switch accounts. Come on. If anybody is ever asking you if you can get a whole bunch of items for them and they have a feedback of 0, I will say this right now. It's most likely a scammer. I actually had somebody the other day saying, hey, they needed this much of this item that I'm selling. It's like, I have one listed, but I know I have more. Something about how this person is messaging me is a little fishy, and I have enough. I have the quantity that they're asking for, but something just feels weird. They have a feedback of 0. Yeah, no, good luck. Have fun. I'm not even going to waste my time. Goodbye. Just give them a very basic, whatever kind of response, just in case the off chance they might be real, because they might actually come back at you and talk to you more like a real person, but chances are slim. I have had those people say that are real, but start off completely weird. Your best bet is, for the most part, be polite, but ignore them. All right. Most of the time you come across anything Harley Davidson, it's usually a good find. And I don't normally come across anything Harley Davidson plush, but Harley Davidson Eagle, brand new with tags. Has about a 25% sell-through rate. $20, free shipping. I still had to get them. He might not sell for much, but it's more the fact of, hey, it's Harley Davidson, it's brand new with tags. I can't say no. You never know if somebody will actually come along and be like, I have to have that one. Just in case. Yes, okay. My phone set to silent. Yeah, I'm really coming up empty-handed of anything to talk about. Let's see here. Anything Easter related is usually good. Here. Like, I sold all 13 of those little bunny things in a month. 6 of them in one day. If I had more, they probably would have sold in one day. Hang on, switch back to eBay. The primary account. Pull one up for you. Come on. Like, there were none active, and from what I could see, they had a good sell-through rate, and they were even selling Christmas. And And it's an Easter item. Come on. We've got so much going on right now between Firefox and Chrome. Hate Chrome. But for some reason, the plugin for this video will only work in Chrome anymore and not Firefox. There it is. Come on. Finish thinking about it. Alrighty. Bet just so. Hide that person and I just could not keep this thing in stock. I was very happy. I think I paid $2 each for them, and I had 13 of them. It just would not stay in stock, and I listed it at the highest price that they were selling. Every single one that I had that little tear on the front label, but every single one of them just kept selling. I had one person asking me if I had the snowman one. It's like, I'm sorry, I only got this many, and they were all in the pallet, and they were all that way. She wanted to know if they all had that tear. It's like, yeah, they all have that little tear there. It's like, it's like, I got them all the same way. I'm sorry. I don't have any more to help you. Alright, so, anybody have any questions? Anything? If anybody saw or remember a couple months ago, my wife was saying she was wanting to get chickens. She got chickens. We have chickens. We have baby chicks in the living room right now. We have grown or almost fully grown chickens outside right now in their own coop with an addition to their coop. And they were expensive, at least. Not the chickens, but everything else about them is expensive. Hopefully, they are done being expensive. And in a couple months, I will start getting eggs that we can sell. At least they're not inside and that light being on all the time to bother me, to keep me awake. But hopefully they will start bringing in an income. Not much of an income. I mean, you can't sell eggs for much, but fresh eggs you can sell for more than store-bought eggs. We have one Easter egger. Or not an Easter egger, olive egger. The Easter egger didn't make it. It happens. How do you handle super lowball offers? Well, it kind of depends on what the item is. Like, I've had a sweatshirt that I had listed for $100 that somebody came along and offered me $5. Like, that kind of an offer, just straight up decline. It's like, no, I had it listed for $100, free shipping. Somebody offers me $5. You're asking for trouble. Straight up decline. No, I'm not even going to play that game. If it's an item that you have listed on eBay, I would suggest accept best offer, but auto decline offers below a certain dollar amount. Because if it helps, I listed a combo player earlier today for $100. That's the highest selling price that it sells at. Most of the time, it'll sell for about $50, $60, but I don't have the remote, so it's questionable whether or not it's going to sell for $100. but I have it listed at 100 with best offer, and I have auto decline set up for anything below $30. It's if you're going to offer me less than $30, it's going to get auto declined, and I won't even see it. I've actually had items come that I was going through my eBay and it said, hey, you've had best offers on this, and I'll go take a look. People are offering me super low offers on items, and it's like, your offer is so low, it was under the auto decline. Yeah, no, I'm not going to even consider an offer below a certain dollar amount. Going on Grumpy, how's it going? Good to see you. Swamp Picker, how's it going? But if there's people going to lowball offers on you, just set the auto decline. You're not going to want to see them. Like, I've actually had messages with the best offers that have gotten auto declined, and it's like, you got auto declined for a reason. I won't consider anything below it. Yeah, I have certain items that are super popular. I'll list and they'll usually sell within a few days, and I won't accept an offer below a certain amount. And if you're going to offer me less than half of my item, for the most part, you're going to get auto declined. Nice shirt the other day. Did you let your wife keep it? She actually decided that it was too big. She thought 4X was a bit too big for her to try and keep. She said no. So not only am I going to be selling the She-Ra shirt, I'm going to be selling the He-Man shirt. So yes, I'm going to be getting to sell those. I was happy. I was like, yes, I get to sell them. How often do you come across She-Ra and He-Man? If they were the same size, I'd sell them as a lot, but no. I think the He-Man was either a medium or a large, and the She-Ra was a 4XL. Yes, I could use it as a sleeping bag too, or as a sleeping shirt. I still have a few shirts that I couldn't believe I found so many extra large shirts. Oh my god. Those sizes were just so large. I've never seen 6XL shirts before. Oh my god. And we actually, if you are married to a reseller, and if you ask them, do you want to go to Goodwill? I'm going to give you one guess what that answer is going to be. Yes, I said yes. And I went to Goodwill, and I found more items, and t-shirts, and hoodies, and sweatshirts that I had to have. Yeah, they were supernatural TV show related. I found, I think it was 4 supernatural Christmas long sleeve shirts, a supernatural Christmas long sleeve sweatshirt, and a supernatural Christmas long sleeve hoodie. I picked them all up. I'm sorry, I couldn't say no. Like, if I wanted, I could just post a couple of them on Facebook and be like, hey, I've got some shirts, $10 a piece. You want them? Come message me. Yeah, no, I bought them all. No, I'm not going to say that again fast. I'm on beer number 2 and I'm good and buzzed. I very rarely drink. I don't drink a lot, but this is the only thing I'll drink. My brother-in-law handed me something the other day, and he's like, here, at least drink this. And I tried it. No. No, it's gross. No. Yes, I don't know why, but my ulcer's been kicking up, and I thought I got rid of it. Beer helps kill the pain. better than having to get medication to say, hey, pain, go away. Yeah, I'm one of those people, I like to have my wits about me and think straight, not be drunk and be stupid most of the time. And unfortunately today, it's one of those days. Um, I had a thought and it just went away. I hate that. I don't know how many of you actually know of the company ThinkGeek, but there's a website called thinkgeek.com. And I think they're slowly getting away from the website and getting stores, because there is a local store that opened a few months ago, ThinkGeek in Indianapolis. And I've got the patch, I've got a pin around somewhere. Oh, there it is. And I'm actually hanging on to them because there are people who are listing them on eBay, and they are selling, but it's not much for anything. But I figure in a couple of years, it actually might be worth a little something. So, we'll see. And I'm not going to read that for YouTube, but HB Picker, I haven't done that in many, many moons. And I do have 2 of my 3 boom boxes listed, and which reminds me, I need to get this one cleaned up a bit. Because oddly enough, I know it's weird, but boom boxes being called ghetto blaster, something about that just feels wrong. But that's how they sell. Just use the keyword ghetto blaster and they move. Oh, yay, of course they had put tape over a sticker. It's inspected by cell, screw it. It's not like it was a model number or anything sticker. It was just this item was quality inspected by such and such. Yeah, I've sold a few of these boom boxes before, and it's always weird of calling them ghetto blaster. Like, I don't understand why they move better as when you tag them as ghetto blaster, but if I can, I still put boom box in the title. And I usually try to. Usually I can do a pretty good job at that. But yeah, calling it ghetto blaster is just weird. I mean, seriously? Like, when we were younger, they were always called boombox. I don't understand why they're called ghetto blasters, but okay. And I only know that because of Nathan Rombot. Charles from 317. I had a brand new DVD listed for $70, received an offer of $20, but the cheapest used one was $23. I counter-offered for $45 as the lowest I could go, but said if that wasn't good enough, they could buy used. Yeah, I wouldn't. If you had a new one and they offered you less than what a used one would, screw them. No. It's like, those are the kind of customers I don't want. And I don't know how many of you actually stick with electronics, but if you do electronics, it's actually good to have extra cords, because you never know how often you're going to need this particular cord, or this particular cord, or this particular cord. Trust me, it's good idea to have extra cords on hand. Sometimes you might actually end up buying one that is no good, So you'll hang on to the cord, because sometimes you'll come across electronic that you can't return, because my local Salvation Army doesn't accept returns at all. Like, I actually have one particular cord that I am looking for, and oddly enough, I can't find it anywhere. Like, I've been looking for this one particular cord for months, and I can't find it. Why can I not find it? I don't know. I used to see it all the time, and now that I'm actually looking for it, I can't find it. Like, I've had several of them. I've used it on several other kinds of items, but now that I need it, I can't find it. And it actually sells on eBay for like $12, free shipping. And I don't want to have to buy a cord for $12 free shipping when I know I can get it at Goodwill for $2. But it's just finding it. And I've been looking for this one particular cord for 4 months. Like, seriously? Why can I not find this one cord? I do not want to have to pay stupid money for a stupid cord. Good God, that's nasty. The drawback of getting, I don't see this much dirt on other electronics, but that much dirt on a couple swipes of the Ghetto Blaster. It's mostly just on the boom boxes. I don't know why, but that's what it is. Oh, that's what that does. Okay. That is for radio, not the volume. I do that. I have a whole ton of them. What is it? What is what? I have a whole bunch of different whatnots around here. It is the cord that goes to the Technics SL-MC50. That is the cord that I need. Let's see. It is the, oh God. It's a lot like that one, that has the indentation right between the two holes. That's a particular one that I'm looking for. But I also don't exactly want to have to pay too much for it. Last time I looked on eBay, it was literally $12. It's like, I don't want to have to pay $12 for that one cord. It's actually a pretty common cord. Like, in the search for it, I found like 12 of these. Like, I don't need that many of those. Those don't get used nearly as often. No, I don't think I even tested this one yet. I don't even remember. This one is a CD cassette player boombox. And it records. Awesome. Love those. When the cassette records off of the CD, it's worth even more. Hey, it looks like I even got a cassette with it. What I get? Faith of Forefathers, Classic Religious Anthems of Ireland. Okay. Yeah, no. If it was something Scotland related, I'd probably keep it. Ireland, no. Sorry. My family's Scottish. The name has been used since the 80s. Okay, because they blast music through the ghetto. Using that now gives it more urban vibe. Okay, good to know. I think I got that pretty well cleaned up for now. There's a couple little spots that we'll get. Oh, that's going to be one of those I need a Q-tip for. Alrighty. I think that is about it on this unit. Alright. What is that? Massive hole. That's all it is. Okay. Alright. Now I can plug you in later and make sure you work. And personally, I don't know how many of you deal with cassette players. I actually have a Bon Jovi cassette that I use as my testing. Yeah, I love my Bon Jovi. All right. It has been an hour. Any questions? Feel free to ask before I at least call it that it's time to end the show. I've actually been coming up with not a whole lot of ideas for shows. I'm wondering if I need to call it an end for the shows. One show a month for 2 years. That's what we're coming up on. Yay. Not sure if this chat is behind or my video feed is way behind. Not sure. All I know is I've got a 20-second delay. But Charles, you have the bonus. You have my personal cell phone number. You can call me and ask me anything. So, all right. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and call it. Later on, if you have any questions or even other show topics, feel free to comment down below and